Record of 21 wins and 5 losses. The Warhawks are rated in the top 10 in the state of Kentucky. Henry Clay plays in the 42nd District of the 11th Region. The Blue Devils enter tonight's contest with a record of 11 wins and 13 losses. At this time, I'd like to ask that you please stand and remove your hats as the Henry Clay ROTC, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Robert Mason, has a presentation of colors. And then we ask that you remain standing as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Things Kentucky High School basketball. We are live from Henry Clay. Want to give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all check us out. We got a great thing going on today. We got the starting lineups. Great Crossings the starters.
Number 1, he's a sophomore wing, 6'5", Vince Dawson.
Vince Dawson, 6'5".
Number 11, a 6'4" sophomore guard, Gage Richardson.
Gage.
Number 13, a 6-foot sophomore guard, Christian Martin. Number 21, a 6'7" forward.
6'7".
Jeremiah
Godfrey. And they sophomores, ladies and gentlemen. 6'11", Malachi Moreno, brother of Michael Moreno, who's doing big things. And now we got the Blue Devils, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 3, a 5'11" sophomore guard, Kason Brown. Number 14, a 6'3" senior forward, Henry Lynch. Number 21, a 6'4" senior forward, Dwight Garrett. Number 23, a 6'2" senior guard, Mason Hawkins. Head coach for the Blue Devils, Daniel Brown. He's assisted by Steve Miller, Charles Joseph, Mike Jones, and Josh Housley. Officials this evening, Clayton Brooks, Terry Colmeyer, and Troy Buckner.
Got some good referees out here tonight.
Check. Everybody in.
So,
All right, Ozone backing on his old stomping grounds.
one more time, baby.
Checking out the Blue Devils. I know I don't know if you got a chance to talk to Coach Brown. You know, one thing he said, he was like, man, his team, they can play with anybody. They just having problems finishing games right now.
Yeah, I talked to him before the game. He said 7 of his last 8 games, he's been up in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go and has split those games, finishing 4-4 in those last 8 games. And I think he said he's missing one of his starters, Kyan Miller, tonight.
Okay, and I know Lynch is returning tonight. And we don't know if he's going to be starting but he is going to see some minutes.
Henry Lynch actually is in the starting lineup today.
He is starting?
Yes, he is. And Great Crossing looks to attack to start off this game.
Henry Clay looks like they're starting out in a 1-2-2 zone. Trying to keep the big guys from Great Crossing off the backboards.
And this looks like a team you're going to have to play physical with a lot of young sophomores on this Great Crossing team. They've gotten the blessing of size down low.
They are long. I think Great Crossing one of them teams. If you're going to get them, you better get them now.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to be a problem.
Oh, good move, young fella.
Quick rebound. Shot is back up.
Moreno.
Good by Malachi Moreno.
Moreno's 6'10" sophomore, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to keep him off the backboard somehow, some way.
This Great Crossing roster is full of sophomores. This is no slump either. Sitting with a record in Region 11 of 10-1 and a season record of 21-5. They have one freshman and one senior on the team.
Yeah. And, I was talking to Coach Brown before the game. He's like, within the next 2 years, they should be favorites to win the region with all the talent that they have and more talent to come behind them.
And they don't even want to wait 2 more years. They're making a lot of noise at the moment. They hold a 2-0 lead. And Michael Moreno playing a lot of defense under the rim.
Moreno there again with a block. His first of the night. He can easily get a triple-double tonight with all the size that he has and Henry Clay's lack of size.
Colin Brown works on the wing. Ball goes back up top to Kason Brown and a play's called. Breaks left, swings back to the top of the key.
Henry Clay's going to try to work the ball around to try to find the best shot for him, trying to slow the game down, it looks like. There's a block.
3-point jump shot in the corner is short by Colin Brown, and an attack floater is no
Moreno
good.
with
And
another
rebound by
rebound.
Moreno.
Yeah.
Putback attempt is no good, and Clay returns. Quick cut to the basket. Reverse layup is no good. Moreno playing strong down low.
He's an intimidating force down there.
3-point jump shot up and no good.
Brown with the rebound. Oh, they got him that time for the foul.
Mason Hawkins goes to the free throw line.
24, Malachi Moreno, his first, team second.
I know Henry Clay usually regularly brings him off the bench, but I think this is a game you start Peyton Horn in.
Shooting 2.
Because of his size?
Yes, you got to run with these big guys down here.
Or do you just run the big guys? If you're going to be undersized, I figure you might want to just run.
Yeah, but these are some athletic big guys. It ain't like they, you know what I'm saying, big country or nobody like that.
You also got to factor in that Kyan Miller isn't playing either.
Right.
That's a player that brings a lot of intensity and effort on that defensive end especially. And has a good time frustrating a lot of these offensive players coming into Henry Clay. And I think that you just want a long shot blocker on the court when you're missing somebody like that. You can't replace an effort guy on the basketball team at all.
I think Henry Clay's best chances tonight is try to zone them as much as possible to try to cut down on the athleticism and try to keep Great Crossing off the backboard.
What's something you want to do in the half court? Because that's going to have to be somewhere you want to be efficient on the offensive end if you're Henry Clay to win this game.
You want to try to get them in a pick and roll situation, get the big guy from under the basket, bring him out and try to run high pick and roll and try to get something going to the basket without Moreno standing camping in the middle of the paint. So that's what I would try to do as far as being on the half court side of the ball.
Dawson Vince knocks down his first free throw. He is a 62% shooter on the year. Second one misses. Henry Clay shoots 43% from the field. pass goes off the rim, saved by Colin Brown. Pass dropped inside, swung back to the corner. 3-point shot, up and no good. Tip out, and Henry Clay keeps possession.
Well, he could have grabbed the ball. He didn't have to.
He didn't know. Good steal. Colin Brown pushing back on the break at Moreno, looking for a layup, gets it up high enough, and it doesn't drop. The follow-up attempt is no good either, and now great crossing on the break. They're going to get a quick layup in transition. His team got a little scared there. I thought he lost his footing.
That was Jeremiah Godfrey with the block. Right now, I think Greg Crossing has 3 blocks in the first 3 minutes of the
I was just going to say, it seems like you can tell early on Greg Crossing's length is really bothering Henry Clay.
Brown takes the screen, swings the ball.
Yeah, when you go 6'10", 6'7", 6'4" across the front line, it's going to bother a lot of teams.
And that Great Crossing defense swarms Brown as they push him out of bounds, and the ball is turned over to Great Crossing. And they hold a 5-1 lead with 3:56 to go in the first quarter of this Big Things Kentucky broadcast.
Long number 22, Hassan Bush.
Oh, block.
Ooh, he fell hard.
Yeah. The young cat looked like he was down there leaning backwards. If he'd have just stood straight up and took it, it might have been a charge. Sometimes you got to sit there and take it in the chest. I know basketball players ain't football players, but sometimes you got to take one for the team.
Say it with your chest.
The foul on number 22, Hassan Bush, is first.
Christian Martin is at the free throw line. He misses his first.
Christian Martin shoots 1.
He's a sophomore, averaging 6 points per game and shooting about 60% from the free throw line. Second free throw goes, and the lead extends to 5.
As a team, they get to the free throw line a lot. 351 attempts from the free throw line, that's a lot. So that means the big kids are getting to the free throw line.
I feel like it's a bully's game when it comes to basketball sometimes.
Yeah.
You see a lot of players be able to use their size in a pass.
That's another block by Moreno.
Another fast break by Great Crossing and another foul.
I believe if he just stood down and took the charge, it would have been going the other way.
Sophomore Dawson Pitts goes back to the free throw line.
His first, team's 4th.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. He went 1 for 2 in his first trip.
And I don't know how normal this is, but they've taken more free throws than 3-point attempts. So in today's basketball, we know a lot of kids like to get up 3-point shots. So
another category that stood out to me, Michael Moreno is currently sitting at 300 rebounds on the season. He has 301.
Wow.
Quick Great Crossing fast break, and a little bit too fast. They turn the ball over, and on the defense, number 22.
Averaging 15 and 11 on the season.
Hassan Bush fumbles the ball out of bounds. How many was that on the year?
15 and 11 rebounds. Almost 12 rebounds a game.
Oh, goodness.
3 for Vince Dawson. Timeout. Henry Clay.
And we are going to step away for this time now.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at halftime here at Henry.
All right, Henry Clay with the ball, 11-1. Like I said, right now, Henry Clay has got to figure out a way to crack this size. But that'll do it for you right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Mason Hawkins dropping in a quick three from the top of the key to try and cut into this big deficit early.
We ran that elevator play at the top of the key where you have two pickers coming through to get the man open. So if he's open, he's going to knock that down.
I love me some Steven Jackson. Quick pass to the short corner. Ball goes back inside. Trying to attack that size. The Great Crossing holds around the basket. Moreno has been protecting the rim all day so far.
Yeah, he's not going to venture too far out of that paint.
Bounce pass to the corner. The ball goes back up top. Three-point shot is up and no good.
Substitution for Henry Clay, number 11, taking the horn.
Cortavian Smith can't keep two hands on the ball as it scrambles out of bounds. Great Crossing's going to take over possession, and a substitution made for Henry Clay. Peyton Mahorn being brought in. And Henry Lynch comes back to the bench.
Maybe his size can probably help out with Marino. He looks like he's about 6'6" himself. Henry Clay stays in that zone.
They're in the starting lineups. They called Marino at 6'5". It's eye-popping to be a sophomore. That's 16 years old.
And he probably has another growth spurt in him, too.
That's what's scary.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
Vince Dawson with that three in the corner over there for a Great Crossing.
Conlon Brown attempted to respond to that.
Turnover.
Shot is missed and a rebound scored. Great Crossing gains possession.
And for Great Crossing, number 13, Christian Martin is allowed.
Christian Martin checks back into the game for Great Crossing.
The score is 14-4 with 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Ball pass to the short corner.
Oh, bank
jump
it.
shot is good.
Oh, did he call the bank?
Gage Richardson goes off the backboard from the corner. That's a difficult shot. That's almost trick shot territory because that rim is straight on. How did you manage that? Cortavian Smith looking to
You said he had to call that one. He had to call that one.
Shot is up over the rim.
Oh, he
Break
walked.
by Christian Miller. Goes up for two, gets a layup in. 20 seconds to go. 14-9 is the score. Great Crossing on the attack.
Henry Clay has to find some offense.
Kason Brown looks to help Henry Clay respond. This is likely the final possession of the quarter. He goes up, floater, through the contact, no good. Ball is pushed back out, 1 second to go. Quick shot.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Is not.
In the first quarter, Great Crossing 19, Henry Clay 4. Devils led at halftime 15-12, led tie game in regulation 29-29. The game went to triple overtime. Greg Bates had a putback shot heard around the world. The Blue Devils won the state championship 35-33 in triple overtime. Henry Clay's 6th state championship. Tonight, we would like to honor some members of that team. The team was coached by Hall of Fame coach Al Pruitt. Sadly, we lost Coach Pruitt just over 3 years ago. He was assisted by Bob Trippier, Greg Holt, and Brad Stanley. Members tonight in our presence, Let's give him a big round of applause. Clifton Blackburn, Roy Moment, Matt Wallen, and Steve Miller. 40 years ago, Henry Clay State Basketball Championship.
We are back for the second quarter of a interesting
We start the second
11th
quarter.
region basketball
It's
game.
Henry Clay
Great Crossing
basketball.
holds a 19-4 lead over the Henry Clay Blue Devils here at
Interesting.
Henry Clay High School.
That's what you want to call this interesting right now.
Corner three is airballed and on the break. Go Great Crossing. Layup is up and good.
Richardson.
Great. Gage Richardson gets a layup and a steal on the backside. Christian Miller's going to get a free layup. He actually gets it blocked.
Half that basket.
At some point in time, Henry Clay's going to have to call a timeout and get this rectified.
Substitution for Henry Clay, number 1, Conlon Brown.
Okay, Coach Brown calls a 30 seconds. Henry Clay has to do something to stop his run. Take care of the ball. They have to do
Ladies and gentlemen,
something.
Fayette County Public Schools.
I mean, what do you tell them though? What can you do right now?
At this point, you tell them, okay, we're down 19. So what we want to do is try to get it to 10 at halftime. However we get to 10, we need to get to 10 by halftime. So we have to take care of the ball and take better shots, and we have to defend on the other end of the floor. We have to get it to 10 by halftime.
Okay, Coach Ozon.
Coach's second, this should never be forgotten. And lastly, please remember our officials.
There just seems to be some spirit missing from Henry Clay. They look a little flat.
Respect their decisions. Thank
They've
you.
got the home section's bleachers actually closed up. There's a lot of green in the crowd today.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. Great Crossing traveled pretty well.
Henry Clay has to find a leader on the ball court, and they have to follow his lead. And right now, they're playing leaderless basketball. Who's going to step up and be that guy?
Conlon Brown working to the right, trying to get the ball down inside, back up to the top of the key. Brown hesitates. Henry Clay struggling to find a way to put the ball in the basket. Brown, right wing, is fouled. Puts his head back, gets a foul on A.J. Dixon.
Foul number 5.
Dixon is a sophomore who's played in 10 games this year. He picks up his first foul of the game.
Checking in for Henry Clay, number 14.
Conlon Brown is also going to inbound the ball.
And for Great Crossing, number 24, Malachi Marino.
Quick pass to the short corner. Free jump shot is no good, and Dixon leads Great Crossing back on the attack. An ugly, ugly scoring drought for Henry Clay right now.
Yeah, they're gone the last 4 minutes without a bucket.
Trying to get some moving parts going in a play for Great Crossing. Ball is on the wing in the hands of Vince Dawson. He
That's
comes
some-
off the screen, steps through, no call on the charge. Shot is no good. Henry Clay returns. The ball goes to the wing, steps inside.
Young
Ball
fellow,
works his way back up top to Conlon Brown. I'm sorry, Azar.
no, the young fellow, Walker Spalding, he has to be more assertive. He can't be just looking to pass the ball. He has to make himself an offensive threat. You can't play 5-on-4 on the offensive end.
He did have a little space there to go ahead and take that layup attempt. He might have got a little contact, but you got to fight through that and get a tough basket. I think the absence of Kyan Miller is really showing itself in the Henry Clay offense.
Yeah, because he brings a sense of toughness to the team, and what they're lacking right now.
Cortavion Smith drops the ball inside. Hard foul underneath the basket.
Jump ball.
Moreno. Oh, he called jump ball. Great Crossing gains possession. Technically another stop for for the Warhawks.
And the last time that we saw Henry Clay play, Contavious Smith came off the bench and sparked Henry Clay against Frederick Douglass. I think this young kid needs to start shooting the ball and getting hot himself.
Dawson and the Warhawks going back to work. Dixon attacks the basket, foot slides.
Hit him with that offensive foul, that push off. A lot of kids like to do that right now.
You gotta let your defense spark your offense.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. That's good defense. Henry Clay gotta let your defense spark your offense.
But at the end of the day, you gotta put that orange thing in that rim up there.
That is true.
That's what it's all about, scoring points.
Hawkins gets the ball to Lynch, goes back inside.
Oh, good inside.
Bounce pass inside on the
Okay,
There you go. Now let's play some defense.
Okay,
Walker
there's a young
Spalding
fella.
getting a quick layup on the bounce pass. Quick cut from the top of the key.
That's what I was talking about, being a little assertive on the offensive side of the ball. You just can't be looking to pass. You got to make yourself a threat.
Nice shot.
Big drop step shot, Vince Dawson. These young kids really know how to use their size to their advantage. It's interesting. And you have a lot of these guys, they actually start out running these plays. These kids seem to know where all 5 of their positions are supposed to be on every play, and they just fill the roles. It looks almost like positionless basketball by Greg Carlson.
They do look like they have great flow to their offense.
Smith on the wing. Gets the ball down inside to Walker.
There you go. Get him
Off
off.
fake.
There you go.
You can go, big fella.
There you go, young fella. You hit him with the head, the pump fake. And there you go. You got it.
We need a lot more of that from him.
Yes.
Substitution for Red Crossing, 0.
Walker Spalding approaches the line. His first free throws of the game is 4 for 9 from the free throw line on the season, 44%.
Walker Spalding.
You got Marino going to the bench now.
He's got 2.
Yeah, so look like, see if Henry Clay can make a little run right here with Marino on the bench. Greg Clawson's going to look for Jeremiah Godfrey to take more of the offensive load. I was talking to the Henry Clay. Oh, Brown.
Gage Richardson gets his pocket picked by Brown, and he gets a free layup on the opposite end. The lead now 14.
If you can get it to 10 by half, you have it. Oh, that looks like that's intentional.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said he called it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mason Hawkins holds on to the jersey.
2 shots on the ball.
Intentional foul call number 23, Mason Hawkins. His second personal.
Jeremiah Godfrey caught the ball on a short pass in the post and had a free layup in.
Number 21,
He didn't attempt to go after the ball. Grabbed the back of his jersey and then tried to block the ball. If he just goes up for a regular block, he probably wouldn't have been in the position he was in.
Godfrey fixing his shorts. Has to get the ball back from the official a second time. His second free throw is good. Greg Carlson gets a inbound.
I want to have an old man rant about them rolling up their shorts, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
It's the young fellas. It's the young
That's
fellas.
just,
coach.
yeah, that's just the style. I don't understand it. Do they know how hard it was we fought to get away from them shorts? Anyway, I'm finna stop. They do not understand. With the long socks, with the stripes on the top, they don't even understand.
Yeah, we had to get out of the bad boy magic era, man.
Man.
And that's another reason why we call Jordan the GOAT, because he bought the long shorts.
Nice defense.
Oh, Godfrey down there with that spin move.
That was, hey,
I think that ball went off the bat.
quick. I
Mason
like it. He's
Hawkins
got
there.
nice quick moves, man.
Looked like some Kevin McHale type action down there on that block.
Yeah.
Another old reference for the young cats out there in TV land.
Cortavian Smith and Henry Lynch sub out. Peyton Mahorn steps into the game. Now you've got a combination of Mahorn and Spalding in the game, and Moreno is still on the bench. This is a chance for Henry Clay to kind of impose their will down low.
That's what I'm saying. If Henry Clay can go on a nice little 6-0 run, get it to 10, play some defense on the backside, they'll have a shot in the second half.
And right on cue, Peyton Mahorn gets a reverse layup on a cut from a post screen. He's making an impact on the defensive side as well. Mason Hawkins is not in the game in the moment. He's sticking too far inside, leaving the open man for three in the corner. He gets a response on his own.
I think they warming up, y'all.
Vince Dawson attacking Mahorn at the basket. Swings the ball. Tipped by Godfrey 2 times, 3 times, a 4th time.
Henry Clay's got to get on the backboard.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Conlon Brown, and Henry Clay magically gains possession.
That size is killing Henry Clay on the backside. That's 5 offensive attempts by Great Crossing right there. That's the way to pad the stats, though.
You ain't kidding.
Godfrey quickly goes from 1 rebound to about 6 there.
Scores 30-16 with 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. Henry Clay's passing the ball at the top of the key. They're going to try to run some type of action off his zone to get somebody open for a nice shot.
Quick pass inside.
I was wondering.
He was sitting there. He was camped. He was camped down there for a while. He's got 6 points off the bench. Young fellow Walker Spalding. Okay, and a rebound.
I see you, Big Spalding.
Okay.
That's all.
Tie-up foul at the bottom of the play.
Oh, what's the call?
Godfrey and Hawkins got tied up again. This is starting to get a little personal between the two. They tie each other up, and
A double foul.
Godfrey swings Hawkins off of him onto the ground there.
So we got a double foul. Possession of Henry Clay. So Henry Clay has the ball. And they cut this 19-point lead to 12. Like I said, if Henry Clay can get it to 10 by half, there is a shot for Henry Clay to win this game.
I think Conlon Brown has to find a way, along with Kaysen, to put the ball in the basket, because Mason Hawkins made the only 3 I've seen by Henry Clay today. Yeah. And he just got himself sat down with a foul.
Yeah, so he's made 2 of them for Henry Clay this evening.
Brown swings the ball to his brother.
It's open. Oh, you got to hold on to that, big fella.
Loses the ball. Great crossing zone, proving to work out.
Oh, turnover, great crossing.
Kaysen knocks the ball loose off of the hands of Vince Dawson, though. Henry Clay gains possession. The lead stays at 12 through 4 possessions, and they still have a chance to try and cut this lead a little bit more before halftime. 1:46 to go. Conversation going on between the officials. The official approaches the Great Crossing bench, and coach doesn't appear to be too happy with whatever was just called by the officials.
Coach Page.
He walks down to the corner to go have another conversation with that official. Possession overturns. Great Crossing swings the ball into the corner for 3, no good. Rebound down low. 360 putback attempt is blocked from behind by Mahorn. Pushing up on the fast break, the ball does not get swung across to the big man cutting free. Vince Dawson attacking again, going right at Walker Spalding, and the layup is off. Rebound chased by Goodwin, but not great. He tries to fire the ball into the zone again, and a 4-on-1 break results in another layup on the opposite side for Gage Richardson. 32-18, 59 seconds to go.
You got to get back. If you're going to turn it over, at least you got to get back.
Brown from deep against the zone, rims out, pushing forward.
Got to have better shot selection.
Richardson on the wing.
I was just finna to say, I think this might be a good time to kind of, well, it's almost into the first half. I think Henry Clay kind of lost their composure there for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
They've had a lot of bad possessions, like back to back to back, you know what I'm saying?
Henry Clay struggles to fight out of the press and turns the ball back over to Great Crossing. 22.8 to go. The lead was 12 for 6 straight possessions. Great Crossing finally got a fast break layup and now have possession of the ball and look to close out this first half with a big lead.
Got to take care of the basket.
A.J. Dixon holds the ball at the top of the key, swings it over to Dawson, and runs to the short corner. Dawson denies a ball screen, swing back over to Dixon on the baseline. He spins. Offensive foul is called.
That's his third, isn't it?
Say it with your chest. Yeah.
I think
Gotta let your defense spark your offense, baby. 11.4 to go.
that may very well be Dixon's third.
Now they can get it to 12 if they can go down here and get a 2 rolls on.
Yeah.
That's
12 will work too. 12 will work. 12 will work. As long as it's not 14 to 16 points, 14 to 18, you got a shot.
Henry Clay setting up a final possession here. Peyton Mahorn is brought off on a substitution, and here we go. Brown bringing the ball across half court for the Blue Devils, looking to cut this 18 to 32 deficit. He takes a ball screen, passes to the wing. He steps between it, ball's poked out, and he falls to the ground, and that ends the first half.
all right. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so it's 32-18, Ozone. Nothing seems to be working for us. The length seems to be giving us a problem. We're not being aggressive. What we going to do, Coach?
Got to make shots in the worst way. We're shooting 33% for the first half, and that's not going to win very many ball games at all. So it's got to be some shot making. They made a run when Marino went to the bench with his second foul, and they had plenty of opportunities to cut into this 14-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to continue to try to make shots and defend on the other end of the floor. You got to find a way to get Marino his third or fourth foul to get him back on the bench and try to make another run.
Now, if you're Greg Crossens, you know we winning, we riding. What we doing, Coach?
You still continue to go to the big fellas, Godfrey and Marino.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just keep pounding it down there because what you're doing with them is being very effective, and they're cleaning up everything on the backboard.
Now, how many points does Marino have?
He has 2 points, 4 rebounds.
How much?
2. But it seems like he had more.
Okay.
But they led in scoring by Richardson. He has 9.
Gage Richardson actually, it looked like he almost cherry-picked a lot in that zone for some free layups. Just about everything I saw him score came on an attack to the basket off of the turnovers on the defensive end. He sits up high in that zone, and he's the first to leak out to the basket.
I mean, you almost want to be the cherry picker for this team because all they doing is rebounding down low. You just want to be a snowbird, as they say back in the day.
Looking at the stats, the Great Crossing out rebounded Henry Clay 20-14, but it just seemed like it was just more than 20 because it seemed like Great Crossing had 5 offensive rebounds in 1 possession at one point.
They did. Travel call on Great Crossing. Henry Clay gets to attack back. Jeremiah Godfrey is back in the game for Great Crossing after that incident with Mason Hawkins in the first half. Hawkins is also back on the floor. What do you shake up in the half-court offense to throw something at Michael Moreno?
Man,
like I said, you have to put him in some type of pick and roll action to where he's going to have to make a decision on who he's going to guard. Is he going to stay up high and guard the guard, or is he going to try to get off the pick and try to defend the post player?
Quick turnover of possession. A steal by Hawkins. He's attacking one-on-one, pulls the ball up, shoots a layup, no good. Rebounded and put back in by Kason Brown.
all right. Y'all let your defense spark your offense, baby.
Kason Brown makes the layup.
Nice pass.
Inside to Godfrey. And they're going to call an offensive foul on the elbow on the drop step. Godfrey holds his hip. Physical game down low.
And this is another way you can get back in the game. Have turnovers on Great Crossing to come down and score. You have to do something to get back in this by hook or crook. You got to take good shots and take care of the ball. Shot selection.
Brown steps through the double team. Ball goes inside, cutting, and another block by Moreno. Ball does touch the rim.
Yeah, he was credited for one block in the first half. And I know we saw at least three. But Henry Clay comes down and scores again off the Great Crossing miss.
Alan Brown's floater cuts the lead down to 10, 6:25 to go. There's not much of a home crowd, but Henry Clay's team is trying to fight back.
The way the game has been looking, it looked like Great Crossing should be up 20, but they're only up 10 at this point.
Yeah.
And Henry Clay is staying in the game by defense.
Walker Spalding took a tough shot to the face and stepped out of that possession. There was a lot of good defense being played around the rim on Great Crossings Moreno, and he wasn't there to get that fight for that rebound. I think his presence at least would have shaken up Moreno enough to swing that possession back to the opposite side of the floor, but he was able to get his own rebound and earn his way to the line.
Yeah, Henry Clay's coach was one of the offensive foul over the back call. The reason why he didn't get it because the defensive player wasn't blocking Moreno out, and he's just tall enough to just reach over the top of him and get the ball. So it can't be an offensive foul.
Moreno knocks down both free throws. Free throw shooting big at Great Crossing. These kids are, again, really talented at using the size that they've been blessed with. A squad full of sophomores. I think the shortest I've seen is, about 6 foot.
Yeah, they have some length, they have some size.
Spalding gets his pocket picked by Gage Richardson.
Number 11, Gage Richardson.
They call him for the reach in.
I don't know about that one now.
I don't know about that one, Coach, either. Yeah. We saw a couple of those.
Ooh, nice.
We saw a couple of those Saturday at Woodford County and Douglas game. It's kind of questionable.
Moreno jumping up and tall for another rebound. Gets the ball out to Richardson, who's pushing on the fast break. He gives the ball back to Moreno. Holds on to it. Missed a steal attempt. The ball's dropped down to Vince Dawson. He's going to go to work on Hawkins. Takes the ball screen, flashes across the basket, shoots a mid-range jump shot. That's good.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That pick and roll. Now you have to put the defender in a position. Who is he going to take?
Henry Lynch responds quickly with a mid-range jump shot of his own. The Great Crossing lead is 12 with 4:47 to go. And a charge.
Dawson with the and one.
Not a charge. They call the foul on Walker Spalding. And Dawson's going to go to the line again. Mahorn checks in. Spalding comes out. Spalding looks gassed. He looks tired.
Henry Clay
Spalding's
just
giving him some good minutes.
Yeah. Henry Clay just can't get over that 10, 12-point hump. They get it to that little area. They can't get over the top of it.
Malachi Moreno uses his size to grab the rebound off the missed free throw and put up a basket again of his own. Brown's three from the wing off the screen is good.
Timeout, Henry Clay.
40-27 is the lead for Great Crossings Warhawks. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back on a Big Things Kentucky broadcast.
Henry Clay needs to have some defensive stops. That's the only way. What you say, Coach? What you say down there?
Your defense has to spark your offense.
Yeah, you got to get some stops on the defensive end.
Now, that was a Great Crossing timeout. What was that one for, Ozone?
I thought Henry Clay might have called the timeout, but Great Crossing, I'm guess trying to calm everything down to get something set up. And whatever they set up didn't work.
Turnover and a quick three. Hawkins, no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds. The possession goes back to the Warhawks.
What Henry Clay did was come out and trap the point guard at half court and made him turn it over.
Just an update across town. According to Jared Peck, Douglas is up 36-32 in the third quarter. 5:33 left in the third quarter. Douglas is leading GRC 36-32.
Is that an offensive foul on Marino, or is that on Godfrey?
Jeremiah Godfrey, his fourth personal foul.
Godfrey knocked down Conlon Brown, pushed him down pretty hard underneath the basket.
Christian Moore replaces.
Did I say it was his fourth?
His fourth. I'm looking at it on the board now.
Oh,
I'm starting to
Yeah,
think.
that might.
yeah.
I'm starting to think this is how guys get hurt. He's committed a lot of hard fouls in this game.
If Henry Clay can get Marino his third or fourth, it could get interesting.
Hawkins hits a mid-range jump shot. The lead cut down to 11.
Henry Clay's going to some type of half-court trap.
Floater by Dawson is no good. Hawkins has the ball tipped off his hand. He tried to catch the ball and push that offense. He was trying to move before he caught the ball.
And that's the reason why Henry Clay can't get back in the game. They've had opportunities with Great Crossing missing. And every time they come back down, they turn over themselves.
Lynch picks up the foul for the hold on Moreno underneath the basket. Henry Clay looking to make a quick substitution.
Oh man, Spalding back
Bring
in
in
the game.
Spalding back in to try and help with Moreno underneath the basket as they started that possession off with a pass to him underneath. Mahorn is working on Dawson. The ball goes out to the wings. Brown with a great recovery.
Look like he took some steps.
Richardson
right
gives the ball to Vince. He hesitates, swings the ball to Dixon. Dixon can't get through the defense to cut to the basket. Inside Moreno, puts up a shot off a big man move. It doesn't go. Spalding playing great defense after being subbed in for that reason. Brown is working on Dawson.
If Henry Clay can cut this to single digits, we got an opportunity. Oh, Moreno
with a block off the backboard. Dawson attacking for Great Crossing. Trying to take that charge. They foul him on the backside intentionally. The layup is missed. And Dawson, I think, is going to the line.
Seems like it's been the theme of this game. Henry Clay gets opportunity to cut it to single digits and can't get over that hump.
But you know, you can see, like, I think since Godfrey came out, Henry Clay's energy just seems to be up a little more, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody or Mason Hawkins said something to Jeremiah Godfrey, but he's played a really rough game today. There's a lot of physical contact down there with Hawkins, and that push on Kyle Miller was very intentional. I'm surprised Henry Clay didn't get any free throws for that. After free throws, Conlon brings the ball back across the court. Hawkins moves it to Spalding, looking for Mahorn. Defended menacingly by Moreno. Forcing a travel.
Euro step.
Oh, no. No, that was not Euro.
That's crab dribble, Cole.
That was no crab with that either. He needs to go back to the lab.
Jordan never did that move.
Yeah, he just needs to calm down and take his time. Be under control.
Working on the wing, and a quick
That's good
layup
defense.
attempt is no good.
You gotta spark your offense. Let's go, Henry Clay.
Gage had a good look at the basket. And
Moreno
couldn't get it
with
to
another
go.
one.
And Moreno with his second block of this half. Ball being pushed out on the break. Pass behind his head goes off of Hawkins. And Vince Dawson cuts him off from the ball. Great Crossing keeps possession.
I know I'm beating a dead horse, but you got to convert down here on this offensive end for Henry Clay.
A real struggle to put the ball in the basket with Moreno roaming the paint.
Yeah.
That's
Like
got to
you
be
now,
block
Ozone.
5 or
You gotta
6
go.
for him. And they're going to get him for a foul. They're going to get him for the illegal screen.
That's his third.
Okay. Henry Clay's got the two bigs in foul trouble.
Man. Do you take him out, Cole?
The coach
He's gonna let him play.
He's gonna let him play.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left. I think he's one of those players that can mentally keep his head in his game and stick through having 3 fouls. The 3 on the wing is no good, and the ball is knocked out of the hands of Moreno by Mahorn. Saved, and a fast break still triggered. The ball goes to the short corner. 3 shot is good. The lead extends. Christian Martin bangs home a 3. 44-29 is the lead. 1:17 to go in the third. This is a Big Things Kentucky broadcast. We'll be right
Clay basketball.
1:17 to go in the third quarter. We are back on a Big Things Kentucky broadcast. And I just saw one of those Henry Clay coaches out on the floor coaching him up about how they want to run this offense on this side. He wants to set something up to try and get an easier look at the basket for Walker Spalding. And he's working down there down low just like his coach told him to.
Yeah.
But they don't swing the ball in there. They don't give him that shot. Ball squeezes in this time. He puts up a hook shot, and it's good.
Oh, he said, give me the ball. That's what he said coming down the floor. Give me the ball.
The lead is 13.
He's got 10 points this game, and he's demanding the ball. Marino's not a turnover by Great Crossing.
Kylan Brown pushing the ball up. 3-on-2 break. He moves to the basket, floats it up. It's good.
There you go. Henry Clay makes a little 4-0 spurt coming out of
The
that.
lead is 11. 33.2 to go.
That 4-0 spurt coming out of the timeout. I don't think he needed that foul.
Number 1, Colin Brown, his second.
Aggressive, Kylan Brown. His second foul of the game. Pretty good pacing to pick up that second foul with 26 seconds to go in the third quarter, though. Vince Dawson attacking the basket. Mason was looking for a charge, and Dawson hit the nicest hesitation, stopped on him on a dime.
There you go with Great Crossing on that backboard again. It's killing Henry Clay on that offensive board back down here.
This just seems like such an offensively advanced group of sophomores. I don't think I've seen more synchronous basketball.
Dawson shoots 2.
Dawson at the free throw line knocked down his first one.
That's Henry Lynch. He replaces Walker Spalding.
Dawson lines up for his second one.
They bring Spalding out of the game and coach him up on the way to the bench. Dawson knocks down his second free throw. Coach looking to slow down the offense.
And this game has come a long way from 19-4. That Great Crossing was up. It's still a 13-point game, but Henry Clay, should have been a travel right there.
Long three is up and no good by Kylan Brown.
Into the third quarter, Great Crossing 46.
He returns to his coach with frustration about how that final possession went.
Yeah, they've had a couple final possessions this game that hasn't gone to coach's liking. The one at the end of the first half and here at the end of the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter. Great Crossing holds a 13-point lead, and we'll be back shortly for the final 8 minutes on this Big Things Kentucky broadcast. We are back for the fourth quarter. Henry Clay looking to cut their way back into this lead for Great Crossing. The corner three by Cortavian Smith is no good. Dixon attacks on the fast break, and Cortavian gets back on defense and forces that ball out.
We have not heard a lot from Cortavian tonight, and he is like Henry Clay's instant offense coming off the bench, and he's giving Henry Clay nothing tonight.
The combination of him and Kyan Miller brings a lot of effort and energy and intensity to this offense, and he just hasn't been that same player today. Miscommunication on defense leaves an open three in the corner. It's no good. Mahorn secures the rebound, loses his balance and the ball. Moreno picks it up, gets fouled by Conlon Brown, and he goes back to the line one more time.
Team 7.
You remember how you would feel back in the day, back 2016, when all you saw was just James Harden at the free throw line the entire game?
This has got that feel to it, doesn't it?
Great Crossing has lived at the line today.
Definitely.
Also, that first half stat sheet doesn't seem correct. They only have 3 free throw attempts listed for Great Crossing, and we definitely saw more than that.
Definitely.
Long 3,
Oh,
up and
Brown.
good.
Conlon Brown, his second three-pointer.
It's staying around that 11, 12-point range.
Long 3 by Miller, no good. Rebound by Brown. Swings the ball to his brother. The two of them indecisive over the rebound.
Got to have a good shot selection here right now.
Initial denial of the ball screen and a bad pass by Kason Brown. Looking to get the ball to Henry Lynch, and the pass was out of his reach. Great Crossing will have a sidebound. Dixon works his way back to the ball. Swings it to the right. Dawson working on Lynch. In and out move, cut to the baseline. Sees the setup for the charge. Floats over it, misses. Long 3.
Brown.
Conlon Brown knocks it down.
You get it to 9. You get it to 8. I'm sorry. Get it to 8. Now you're in the game. Now you got opportunity. Now let's see what happens.
Just like that, Conlon Brown sparking the Henry Clay offense, keeping them in this game. The lead has been close. They haven't let Great Crossing get across that 16-point blowout threshold.
There's a walk.
Travel call.
If you're Great Crossing, at one point in time do you get Godfrey back in the game?
He's got 4 right now. There's 6 minutes to go. I think you can try and let him ride for another minute or so.
If Henry Clay gets a bucket here, do you call a timeout and get him back in the game?
I think it depends on the basket. 2 points here, I think you can let it ride. But if they get another 3 like they did with Conlon Brown earlier, I think you got to call timeout and get somebody out there that wants to play some defense to get something done tonight.
Okay.
Cortavion Smith at the top of the key. Cuts to the basket, floats up one, no good.
Offensive
Rebound. Putback attempt is no good. Moreno comes down with the board and is fouled from behind.
Okay, Godfrey's coming off the bench.
Jeremiah Godfrey returned into the game.
Coach said he couldn't wait anymore. He said, I got to get my horse back in the game.
And right along with him comes Walker Spalding.
Jeremiah Godfrey for Henry Clay checking in. Number 34, Walker.
And they're going to bring Mahorn out. Interesting.
Wow, that is interesting.
I think that's an attempt by Coach to try and get Henry Lynch back used to being in this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
He's played in 20 games this year. He's missed about 3, it seems, from
It seems like
his teammates' numbers.
Seems like the free throw line has been Great Crossing's Achilles heel tonight. You got to make the front end of he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Got to get him out of that corner right there.
Henry Clay.
Now, I think you can call Malachi Moreno for that reach-in foul underneath the basket there and not have to waste that timeout. That official staring Conlon Brown in the face as he got fouled. He looked a little upset there.
Yeah. Getting to that point in the game where everybody's looking for a call. So, you're down 8 with 5:28 left to go in the game. If you're Henry Clay, what are you calling? What are you doing in the huddle? What are you trying to get accomplished right now?
Well, I know that Great Crossing just brought Godfrey back into the game. He's got 4. Let's go ahead and try to eliminate that problem, nip that in the bud. And if we do that, you can go back to doing what you were saying earlier. You try to isolate Moreno, make him make mistakes, and try and get some easier baskets. Conlon Brown doesn't have to shoot from three-point range every time to keep us in this game. We have the ability to score down low. Walker Spalding has showed us something special. He's got a nice drop step. It looks all right. The little floater is a little nice.
Okay, on the flip side, do you have Spalding come out on the floor to get Moreno from under the basket and then you try to get something going to the basket.
I think what we've seen most of the time isn't actually Spalding on Moreno. We've usually seen Mahorn kind of play around him when he gets really, really close to that basket. Further outside on that perimeter,
Oh, back door.
Mahorn is usually around him. Conlon Brown runs out to the corner and shoots a fading three. It's no good. Godfrey with the rebound on the air ball.
I don't like that shot selection right there. I think you could have got something better coming out of a timeout.
I think he might have been watching that Cal Corver heat check on YouTube.
Moreno on the other
Moreno
end. Yeah.
drop stepping into the chest of Walker Spalding and dropping a quick basket in. Spalding sets another screen.
Oh.
Behind the back pass, goes inside to Spalding. He's knocked down, loses the ball.
Know your
Got-
personnel. Can he make that catch? Got to know your personnel.
And Moreno bullying down low once more on Spalding. Mahorn looks on in a bit of frustration. He didn't want to get subbed out of the game when Spalding came in initially.
There you go.
Henry Lynch from Conlon Brown.
Conlon drops the ball down to Lynch for the quick basket. The lead remains at 10, 4:16 to go in the game. Mahorn is back up to the scorer's table. Along with 23, Mason
offensive foul.
Hawkins. Charge call on Vince Dawson.
Henry Clay has taken plenty of charges tonight. You can say that about them tonight. They've taken at least 4 charges tonight. So you bring back Hawkins and Mahorn.
Hawkins, Mahorn, Lynch,
And the 2 Browns.
and the Brown brothers.
Brown
Shot
with
up,
a 3.
and it's
Oh.
good. 7-point lead, 3:55 to go. It's the time to lock in if you're the Henry Clay Blue Devils.
Gotta lock in. What you say down there, Coach?
Man, you gotta let your defense spark your offense, baby.
Ball goes
Okay.
inside to Moreno, and he
There you
turns
go.
it over. The offense has a chance.
There you go.
There you go. That's what you're looking for, turning it over.
Big defensive spark.
So do you look for Brown again to come down and take a shot, or are you trying to get the ball inside?
You know what? I tried being philosophical and try to be coach, but I
Look,
think I'm
give it to Brown.
listen. If we win and we ride.
Yes, sir.
Get it. Oh,
If
Hawkins.
he keeps pulling it and it's going in, let him keep doing it, I guess. We go anywhere else, that happens. Moreno with the rebound defensively. He's a menace down low. He's owning the paint. Giving Mahorn problems now after subbing back into the game to try and deal with that issue. Foul on the defense. Kason Brown on the bump of Dixon. Dixon goes to the free throw line. There are 3 minutes and 15 seconds in this game.
This is the last one-on-one opportunity for Greg Clausen. The next foul, they're going to be shooting a double bonus.
Janice Burrell shooting 1.
Greg Clausen has been struggling from the free throw line of late. The young fellow makes the first one.
The lead is 8. Can you close this gap?
They've been trying to get over this hump for the last 20 minutes. And like I said, it's been around that 10, 11, 12-point range. And if Henry Clay can get a bucket right here, make things interesting. Swing it. Hawkins again for the 3. Oh.
Hawkins can't knock the 3 down.
Off of Marino.
Blue Devils keep possession. They keep the life.
See if you can get it to.
It gets a little more frantic in these final minutes.
You hit a 3 here, you cut it to 6. And we see
Brown
how Greg
inbounds it
Clausen
to Lynch.
reacts.
Brown working on Dawson on the wing. Takes a screen from Hawkins. Off-ball screen for his brother. Steps back. Moves the ball to his brother on the wing.
He loves that behind the. Oh, my goodness.
Tries a behind-the-back dribble. Gets his pocket picked by Dixon. And Dixon makes a tough layup. Fouled by 2 Blue Devils on the attack to the basket.
Another sophomore for Greg Clausen.
Foul number 3.
He's had a good floor game, to be honest.
Is fourth. Janias Burrell.
Cortavian Smith subbing back into the game.
Tay Smith checks in. Janias Burrell attempted
Checks in for
three-point play.
Casey Brown.
I think it's interesting that Casey Brown got subbed out for Conlon's turnover.
Yeah. But Collins, the floor general, he's a PG. So, you know.
Mahorn swings the ball to Lynch. Gets the ball back to Brown. Hands him a quick screen, and he's working on Moreno. Moreno fades back. He goes for the floater. Wants a foul on Dawson. Doesn't go. Lynch works on Moreno. Spins, steps through, swings the ball.
That one.
Mason Hawkins puts it up, and it doesn't drop, but he's going to the line.
That's on Godfrey. That's his fifth. That's on Godfrey.
Jeremiah Godfrey, his fifth personal foul.
You still have 2 minutes left to go in this game, and you still have a chance.
Real physical night for Jeremiah Godfrey. He fouls out at 5. 2:03 left to go in the game.
13, Christian Martin.
Sometimes it's just not your night. It's rough.
Mason Hawkins shoots 2.
I think Mason Hawkins got a bit under his skin early. Got him 2 of those fouls before halftime.
And that probably does play a part of the rest of the game. The frustration sets in.
Great crossing in the double bonus. Free throw is up and good. The lead is 9 with 2:03 to go. Dixon looking for somewhere to swing the ball. Inside to Moreno. He's fouled from behind on Peyton Mahorn.
Foul number 11, Peyton Mahorn, is second. The team is over the limit.
And in the fourth quarter, Douglas leads 57-50 with a minute 43 left in the battle of ranked teams, GRC and Douglas. Man, good night tonight for the 11th region. We're going at it, representing.
Yeah, there's some good basketball going on in the city tonight.
Moreno can't knock down the free throw. The lead stays at 10. 1:40 to go. Conlon Brown and the Henry Clay Blue Devil offense are going to have to make some quick moves to try and cut this lead. They try to get the ball to him on the back screen. Defended well by Vince Dawson. He resets back to the paint. Conlon Brown working on top. Tries to make a move to get by Dixon. He can't. Pulls up instead. It's no good. Rebound. Dixon's going to push right back at Brown. She goes up.
Oh, goaltending.
And
Goaltending. 11.
goaltending on the back end on Peyton Mahorn.
Yeah, grabbed the rim. He's on the
Man,
cylinder.
Just kind of looking over across town, the eye across town. You know, Douglas has been probably one of the hottest teams in the state right now. GRC, I think they've been good, but they haven't been as dominant as they were last year. Of course, they've had to, upgraded their schedule too. So this is as we get ready for these district tournaments and everything. It is starting to look real nice. Madison Central just beat North Laurel. Reed them came into town. They beat them. So
This district that Henry plays in is gonna be a dog fight.
Ooh, big highlight from the Frederick Douglass game. A huge back screen leading to an alley-oop. Douglas's lead extends 59-50.
Okay.
There's a minute and 7 seconds to go. GRC is going to go to the free throw line on a shooting foul. Frederick Douglass is looking to pull away, though, after making some electric plays at home.
If Douglas gets this win tonight, do they become the number 1 team in the state?
No. I think Douglas is fourth. I think in the rankings, 4th or 5th. I think was Warren Central's first, Lexington Catholic's second. I can't remember. I have to look at the rankings.
Yeah, but a big win like this.
Now this is a big win, big home win.
Yeah.
So, and Douglas has, like you said, I think they on like a 16, 17 game win streak. Yeah, they haven't lost in a minute.
Okay, the backpack.
Walker Spalding gets a
And
little.
they beat some big teams. Saturday they beat Woodford County, a well-respected team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you might be right, Ozone. They got to be creeping up there. They got to at least receive some votes.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you don't go beat teams like this and not get recognized.
You are absolutely right.
Just to look at the standings, as Frederick Douglass holds that 59-50 lead and Great Crossing holds a 58-48 lead, Frederick Douglass is 21.
Wow. Okay, Moreno.
Go get you some, young fella.
Have to cut that out.
Highlight plays to close the game from
Damn,
Moreno.
Marshawn was on. Marshawn has been had a great night tonight. Shout out to Marshawn. Great job, sir.
Marshawn had a great weekend too up in Woodford County.
I don't know, Ozone. That fourth game, I think Marshawn blood sugar was running low. We had to get him to the hospitality room and feed him. He was kind of slumping that fourth game.
That taco soup got him back though.
Hey, yes, it did, because he was on it for the fifth game. Shout out to Chris Lofton for joining us for the first half of the fifth game. You want to check that out? We got a chance to call a game with Chris Lofton, Kentucky great, Kentucky high school.
Oh, you got another one.
Upset that I missed that interview with Chris Lofton.
Well, he called the game. He called the game the whole first half with us.
Yeah, he did a good job for his first time.
Yeah, he said he wanted to, get some cut his teeth. All right.
Would have loved to ask him how that Wildcat revenge tasted.
Yeah. So, Great Crossing wins this game 62-51.
Congratulations, Coach Steve Page. His Warhawks.
We got Rashad's gonna go down and see if we can catch up with Coach Page.
Tomorrow night, the Blue Devils are back in action here at the Elmer King.
It just seemed like Henry Clay couldn't get over that 11, 12-point hump.
Yeah, they just like you said, they would get there and then it just fall apart on them.
We honored our 1983 state champions from 40 years past.
Game today. This group of sophomores has had a great season for you. They're playing tough physical basketball. Look like a special team this year. Is that something that you're looking to build on with this team for the rest of their tenure here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we've on our varsity roster we had 10 sophomores. Obviously, we started 4.
We lost the mic. I don't know what happened. But they done cut the lights on. We having some technical difficulties on Rashad's mic. Coach is talking too. Coach is really talking.
The region is looking to shake up a little bit. Douglas is holding a 10-point lead currently over Great Crossing in the final minute. Over GRC, yeah. I'm sorry. The standings are looking to flip a little, and you guys are in a competitive region. What are you looking to kind of keep building on as you get to the tournament later this year?
A year that February 20, we had a goal of 25 when the season started, so we're 22. We got to win our last 3 to get there, but it means nothing. That's the great thing about Kentucky basketball. It's going to mean nothing when we get to the tournament. Everybody's going to be 0-0. You got to come to play, or you're going to get knocked out. The 11th region is way too tough. Douglas actually, I don't think's lost since we beat them back in December. So they're playing great. Catholic's playing great. We had a little lull. We played better tonight. But 2 weeks left. We're all just trying to rev up to see what we can do come February 20th and beyond that first week of March.
Yes, sir. Looking to keep rolling into the playoffs and into the Sweet 16 tournament. Thank you so much, Coach Page. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
And just to check in with you guys, Frederick Douglass just beat GRC by 11, 61-50, I think that's what it was.
Wow.
So
that's a big win for Douglas. Douglas is rolling right now. They are rolling.
Yes, they are.
I think we may be able to check out. I'm thinking a Saturday we may be able to catch a look at Douglas as they'll be taking on Paul Lawrence Dunbar at Dunbar. So stay tuned for that. Our next broadcast tomorrow we'll be doing Middle School Wednesday, as we will be having the Jesse Clark Eagles taking on the Crawford Cougars at Crawford. Well, guys, got anything else before we get out of here?
I wanted to give a special shout out to Michael Moreno. He is our player of the game today. He played a great game on the defensive end, and like you said, the defense sparks the offense. and he went out and put on a special performance today. We got a couple of scores from around the region that are going to shake up the standings. Frederick Douglass is going to hand GRC another loss, and it gives Great Crossing the opportunity, with a Lexington Catholic loss in the region, a chance to flip the region standings and go up to number 1.
All right. Well, that'll be something to keep an eye on. We want to thank Ozan and Rashad for joining us. As always, we want to ask y'all to be a living donor. Anybody else got anything?
Thank you for having me again. It's a pleasure.
All right, y'all. Peace.